kitchen that we're creating, but I think it'll be amazing how it's all going to come together from here to the end. When we started, this kitchen was old, tired, and desperately in need of an update. Here are the anxious homeowners, Marshall and Janine, who along with their two kids have been ordering a lot of takeout food the last few weeks, huh?
Yeah, we're kind of getting tired of the Chinese food we've been eating.
Well, we're close to the end. Now today we've got some fun work to do. It's heavy work, but it's going to be beautiful when we're done because we're putting in the counters, and nothing says contemporary kitchen like the granite counters that you chose.
Yeah, we had decided on going with granite early on in the process, but we checked a few local fabricators here. It was very expensive, $10,000 to $12,000 for this job. And so we set about looking for an alternative, and I think Janine came up with a good one.
Right, I got on this company. It was do-it-yourself type project granite, and that for us was going to be much more cost-effective.
And let's talk about the ordering process. Now, here's the floor plan of the kitchen, and you just sent this into the company, and they sent you back the granite slabs that we'll be cutting, right?
That's right, and we chose this color, the nice dark black that'll go with the floors and the cabinets quite nicely.
It's beautiful.
And apparently it's quarried in China.
Now, there's a lot of different options for granite.
There are a lot of granites from all over the world with a wide range of colors to match the look you want. This granite was shipped from California, and you want to be ready for it when it comes. The slabs are heavy, with some pieces weighing over 200 pounds, so it helps to have a few strong friends to help you carry the stone into the house. Granite slabs can be brittle, so handle the pieces carefully and set them down gently.
Well, this is Morris Benda from Do-It-Yourself Granite. Now, first of all, the term do-it-yourself granite is not a term that a lot of homeowners hear.
Well, our company specializes in allowing consumers to actually install their own granite slabs. We've identified certain reasons why consumers can't install their slabs, and we've tried to resolve them. Number one is the bull nose. Our slabs are all prefabricated with the bull nose already on them.
That's this decorative front up here, right?
Yes, and you can see it's 1.5 inches thick, but the granite itself is only 3/4 inch thick, which allows it to be carried by consumers into their house.
Much lighter. Lighter is good.
Yeah, if it was heavier than what it is, we would have really struggled.
Yeah, the other standard 1.25 inches is about 30% heavier.
Oh yeah, that would have been over the top.
Now look at these strange shapes here as well. This is definitely something custom that you obviously did in your shop.
Yeah, we have many slabs in different sizes that are already profiled, but this is a custom shape that they have on their cabinets, and we've done it for our customers. We also did their underground sinkhole, and that was a special size according to their sink.
So it's already been cut out?
Yes, and we reinforced it with steel rods so that they could carry it.
And I see that you've got some tools here.
Yeah, the tools are included in the order to make it a lot easier for the consumer.
Well, let's talk about the ordering process. Now, here's our floor plan, and when we sent this to you, what's the process from here?
Well, we actually looked at this plan and determined that 5 of our slabs in these sizes were enough to complete this entire kitchen.
And what was the turnaround time for the ordering process?
It was 3 to 4 weeks from ordering to delivery.
Not too bad. Well, we've got a little work ahead of us, but it should be fun. Thanks, Morris. Okay, Marshall, the next thing we need to do before we lay the granite down is to put some 3/4 inch plywood down on top of the cabinets. There's actually a couple reasons we're going to do this. The first reason, we want to make this a little stronger so it can support the granite. The other reason, if we didn't have the 3/4 inch plywood on here, you can see this bull nose sits down a little bit and would actually run into the top of the drawers, so we wouldn't have the clearance.
Right.
So I put this piece on already, and let me get this out of the way. If you can slide that one in, let's see how it fits. Good, there. That's a good fit there. All right, let's go ahead and attach this one and get the rest done. Well, the plywood's all on, and the next thing we need to do is haul in the granite. Welcome back to Kitchen Renovations. Well, we are at a major milestone of our project. The first piece of granite is in. I gotta tell you, it looks a lot better than the plywood, huh?
It sure does.
Beautiful.
Working with stone takes some muscle, but our 3/4 inch do-it-yourself granite is fairly manageable. Marshall and I installed a 3/4 inch plywood buildup over the base cabinet, a strong, stable platform for the granite countertop.
All right, Marshall. We've got this piece of granite is the right size, but this piece that comes from the factory is a little long. So we're going to use this template to make sure we get the proper measurement. Now, a lot of people might just take a tape measure and make a couple of measurements, but remember, our wall's just probably not that square, so we might not get a perfect fit. So a template is much more accurate.
We're using craft paper to make these templates. You can also use stiff poster board taped together, which may be a little easier. We tape the granite so that we can see our marks when cutting. We could use the smaller marble saw that came with the stone, but the job will go a lot faster with a bigger circular saw, equipped with a dry cut, segmented diamond blade. This blade is designed to cut hard material like granite without needing water to cool the blade. While we have some extra hands, we'll dry fit the big island slab. How about that for a dramatic improvement? Now it's time to test fit the second piece we just cut. There's no substitute for brute force, but you have to be very careful with long, thin pieces that can snap off. Where's Marshall when you need him?
Well, Janine, it looks like these pieces line up pretty good. The seams look good. You can see that we cut the bull nose over here for the piece that'll sit right over here on this counter.
Now, how do we get the sink in?
Well, this is actually an undermount seam, so the granite will sit on top of the sink. So now that we got these nice and dry fitted, we have to take them off.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, we have to take them off, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually trace a line around here. We'll cut this plywood out.
Okay.
We'll put the sink in, and then put the granite right on top of it.
Okay.
So, let's get some people and get all these things out of here.
Start by tracing the exact line around the opening made at the shop. This won't be the final cut line, but it's pretty close. When the slabs are out of the way, I can make the cutout for the undermount sink. I'll use a spade bit to make a pilot hole, then use my jigsaw to cut the sinkhole. I want to make the hole about 1/8 of an inch bigger than the line we traced, so I'll have room to drop the sink in. Now we can drop our nice high-style sink in. It's made by Franke. We want to make sure it fits. Just about right. And finally, we'll lay our slabs back on. Hey, we want to see how it looks, and it's a good place to store them overnight. A little cardboard will keep the thing from getting scratched.
Well, we've got most of the pieces in place, dry fit, and we'll come back a little bit later and glue them all into place. But I think you can get a pretty good idea of how nice this kitchen is going to look. The best part is, it's only going to get better from here. Still cutting granite, and it's not as scary as it seems. Hold the front of the saw down and sink it into the granite. Then let the saw do the work.
Nice, yeah.
Welcome back to Kitchen Renovations. I'm Paul Ryan. Well, I'm a little sore from lifting all that granite yesterday, but I gotta tell you, there's nothing quite like the feeling you get from having beautiful stone like this in your kitchen every day. Well, Marcia's a little tired after all that lifting in the granite, so you and I are going to take care of the seams. Now, obviously, we want these two pieces to look like one piece, so we're going to have to fill in the seam. And we're going to do it with this. It's a polyester-based resin. We've got the hardener, and then we've got these pigments here that we're going to color the resin to hopefully match the color of our granite.
Start by applying a base coat of the most neutral color mix into the seam, and fill in any chips or imperfections. After the base coat, dab in a little of the lighter color here and there, again trying to match the overall look of the granite. Apply the darkest color last. As soon as you're done, pull the masking tape off. Don't let it dry on the tape.
Okay, Janine, the resin is all hardened, and now we need to smooth it out with this seam stone.
Now, stone, won't that scratch my granite?
This is really nice because it won't scratch the granite, but it will take down the resin.
Okay.
Want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Use a slow speed and firm pressure and keep the stone moving in small circles. You'll feel when the seam is smooth.
Well, that's starting to look better.
Yeah. Still have to wax it and seal it, but we'll do that when the rest of the kitchen is done. But while we've got some people here, I know you're ready for this. How about some appliances?
All right.
Well, Marshall, Janine, I know it's been a few extra days of work, but it's hard to believe it's the same kitchen, huh?
It's fantastic. It's better than we ever dreamt it would be.
Turned out great.
And you guys did a pretty good job on the list, got most of the things done.
Well, I know why they call it a punch list now.
How's that?
When we were done, it felt like we were beat up a little bit.
Yeah, but doing the work ourselves, really helped us to appreciate what we accomplished.
Well, I think you should be able to appreciate it because you guys did a great job, and I think the results speak for themselves.
We started with a kitchen that was in its heyday a good 20 years ago and completely transformed it into a comfortable, contemporary kitchen that should stand the test of time. The do-it-yourself granite countertops and island seating area, absolutely stunning. The stainless sink and faucet have a wonderful artistic flair. Stainless steel recurs throughout the kitchen.